Nanna Spriha Raghupate Hridaye Asmadiye Satyam Badami Cha Bhavan Akhilantaratma Bhakti Prajacha Raghupungava Nirbharang Me Kamadidosharhitam Kurumanasancha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O God, I tell you the truth. I have no other desire. And you, being the inner self of all, know it very well. O God, give me the ardent devotion only and make my mind free from all impurities like passion, etc. Om, peace, peace, peace. Good evening to all. I am very happy to be present again with the Bhakti Yoga of Swami Vivekananda, which we last read on 19th October 23. Swamiji was telling that the triangle of love, if there is this love, supreme love, Parabhakti, then there will be a triangle. Three things will be there. The first angle of our triangle of love is that love knows no bargaining, no give and take, no business. And second was, love knows no fear. If there is real love for God, there will be no fear. Fear from anything, fear of anything, neither from God. Many people love God. Mostly we love, oh, God will punish us. It is not. Then we have not generated the real love. If real love for God is there, devotion is there, bhakti is there, we will feel God is our own, not only own, utmost own. If in this universe anybody is there, my nearest and dearest, the most intimate, most close one, it is He and He alone. So, if really mind is saturated with that devotion, ripe devotion, Parabhakti, supreme devotion, then there will be no, oh God, I love you, give me this, no bargaining, no fear, no punishment, no give and take. And thirdly, Swamiji says that love triangle, in the third angle will be no rival. God is not my own alone. Everyone will love. Why should I feel jealous of others? Oh, no, my God is being loved by others. My God will be more loving to somebody else, not to me. That will be completely vanished. No selfishness will be there. That God will love me alone and I will take all the benefit. It is not that. When really the real devotion, real love for God, genuine love for God is generated, it's grown, is there in our mind, it begins. There is no rivalry, no selfishness, no fear, no business, no give and take. And Swamiji concludes that this ideally perfect ideal embraces all lower ideals. All other love are lower. Everyone admits the truth of the saying that a lover sees Helen's beauty on an Ethiop's brow. The man who is standing aside as a looker-on sees that love is here, misplaced, but the lover sees his Helen all the same and does not see the Ethiop at all. Helen or Ethiop, the objects of our love, are really the centers around which our ideals become crystallized. What is it that the world commonly worships? Not certainly this all-embracing, ideally perfect ideal of the supreme devotee and lover. That ideal which men and women commonly worship is what is in themselves. Every person projects his or her own ideal on the outside world and kneels before it. That is why we find that men who are cruel and thirsty, conceive of a bloodthirsty God, because they can only love their own highest ideal. That is why good men have a very high ideal of God, and their ideal is indeed so very different from that of others. So they create according to their own samskaras, inner tendencies, according to the purity of state of mind. They create their own God, cruel God, bloodthirsty God, something boon giver God, something. But pure-minded people, their ideal is so pure. There is no barter, there is no business, there is no fear, there is no rivalry, there is no selfishness. There is nothing wrong in that. Love and love alone. God is all love. In the next chapter, Swamiji is trying to prove that real devotion for God is seeing that love is God, God is love. And for this, we don't need any proof. And many people ask, how is God? And answer is, as you think of. In Shankaracharya, one beautiful sutra, Dakshinamurti Stotram, Vishwang Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tullam Nijantagadam. You are seeing the whole universe. It is your own creation, out of your own imagination. What you are seeing in your own mind, projecting it outside and seeing that reflection. So, this for the devotees, they see everywhere the Helen's beauty, the God's presence, love, compassion, purity, completely pure love for God, devotion for God, no other thing. The real devotees with higher qualities of pure devotion, they feel in that way. So their ideal is indeed very different from that of others. Common people, they have their own ideal of God. God the punisher, God the magistrate, God the ruler, God the boon giver, God the wealth giver, something. But a real lover of God, they don't have all these things. So new chapter we start. The God of love is his own proof. How is God? As I told Swamiji, will prove that love is God, God is love. When real, genuine love is generated in our mind, in the devotee's mind, when that para-bhakti, supreme devotion is there, then this, it's itself, it does not need any proof to prove that God is merciful, God is compassionate. The devotee's mind itself becomes a reflection. It itself feels that God is all love. Love is God, God is love. What is the ideal of the lover who has quite passed through the idea of selfishness and bartering and bargaining, and who knows no fear? Last chapter, Swamiji is bringing a little bit as I have read, recapitulating. Even to the great God, such a man will say, I will give you my all, and I do not want anything from you. Indeed, there is nothing that I can call my own. O God, you are my everything. Tameva mata cha pita tameva bandhuscha sakha tameva vidya drubinam tameva sarvam maudeva deva. After having the vision of the cosmic form in the Gita, 11th chapter, Arjuna was thinking, Sri Krishna is my friend, my brother-in-law, I have married his sister, he is so loving, we are good friends. So, but after having the vision of this cosmic form, Vishwarup, then Arjuna understands, oh God, and completely surrenders at the feet of, at the wheel of Sri Krishna, and there is no doubt. Till now he was arguing, what is good, if you say this, I do this, so Krishna was telling all good things, and Arjuna had many questions and doubts. How could you say all this earlier? We are born now only. Now, after having the vision of the cosmic form, now he is telling, oh my dear, you are my father, you are my mother, you are my Lakshmi, you are my Saraswati, you are my friend, you are everything. I do not have sufficient words to express my feeling, what you are, what is my relation with you. So, you are my all. So final word is you are my all. So real devotion makes us understand that God is our own. What is my separate? I don't have any separate entity. How can I call it is my own? So when that real, genuine devotion is grown, is there in the mind of the real devotee, then he says, I will give you my all and I do not want anything from you. Just now I was quoting, Hanumanji was telling, oh Ramchandra, oh my God, see that my mind is not tainted, attracted towards anything other than the pure love for you. See, make my mind free from all impurities like passion. Only what I want love for you, devotion to you, nothing else. See that my mind is not spoiled. So, when a man has acquired this conviction, his ideal becomes one of perfect love, one of perfect fearlessness of love. The highest ideal of such a person has no narrowness of particularity about it. It is love universal, love without limits and bonds, love itself, absolute love. This grand ideal of the religion of love is worshipped and loved absolutely as such without the aid of any symbols or suggestions. What more symbol suggestion we need? This image. Because my mind is completely saturated in my God and God alone. And I am feeling the presence of my Ishta Devata, my chosen ideal, my dearest God, in everything, in everyone. So what separate entity is required? What separate for my worship is needed? This symbol. There is no any more need of that. Symbol, suggestions, nothing. This is the highest form of para-bhakti, supreme devotion. The worship of such an all-comprehending ideal as the ideal. All the other forms of bhakti are only stages on the way to reach it. We begin with a statue, oh, this is my Krishna, this form. So many Krishna's forms are there, I like this form. So many photographs of Ramakrishna is there, no, I like to see this form, this photograph. So many things, this narrowness gradually disappears. It dissolves into a kind of satisfaction, a universal acceptance of the presence of my ideal, my loving God, everywhere in everything. Then separate symbol, suggestion, image, photo are not necessary. I am happy within myself, seeing the presence within and without, feeling that. It is not lecturing, it is not reading something, it is not hearing something, I feel it. It becomes the nature of that kind of devotee. This is the highest form of para-bhakti, the worship of such an all-comprehending ideal as the ideal. All the other forms of bhakti are only stages on the way to reach it. It is just stairs. Gradually we come to that stage when we don't need any other symbol, any other image, anything to encourage us, inspire us, to make us devoted. All our failures and all our successes in following the religion of love are on the road to the realization of that one ideal. Object after object after object is taken up, and the inner ideal is successively projected on them all. And all such external objects are found inadequate as exponents of the ever-expanding inner ideal and are naturally rejected one after another. At last, the aspirant begins to think that it is vain to try to realize the ideal in external objects, that all external objects are as nothing when compared with the ideal itself. And in course of time, he acquires the power of realizing the highest and the most generalized abstract ideal entirely as an abstraction that is to him quite alive and real. When the devotee has reached this point, he is no more impelled to ask whether God can be demonstrated or not, whether he is omnipotent and omniscient or not. To him, he, God, is only the God of love. He is the highest ideal of love, and that is sufficient for all his purposes. He, as love, is self-evident. It requires no proofs to demonstrate the existence of the beloved to the lover. The magistrate gods of other forms of religion may require a good deal of proof to prove them, but the bhakta, devotee, does not and cannot think of such gods at all. To him, God exists entirely as love. So, now Swamiji is quoting from the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad earlier also. This in one chapter Swamiji quoted this, that none, O beloved, loves the husband for the husband's sake, but it is for the sake of the self who is in the husband that the husband is loved. None, O beloved, loves the wife for the wife's sake, but it is for the sake of the self who is in the wife and the wife is loved. So it is not that we feel attracted and loving to each other due to any otherwise infatuation, anything outward. It is actually in every one of us that source of, perennial source of joy, bliss, love, that ultimate reality who is blissful, joyful, ever peaceful, who is love, as it were, so itself. So, feeling that, we each one love each other, not as husband, not as wife, not as son, not as children, not as anything else, friend. So, it is from Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. So, the highest condition of the bhakta, devotee, and the highest condition, state of the jnani, the follower of knowledge, it becomes one. Swamiji in one chapter said that the realization of this supreme devotee and the supreme man of knowledge becomes one. It is the same. So here also Swamiji is quoting, and that state of the mind of the highest devotee is also like that of the mind of the highest jnani. We do not love each other because in each one of us that perennial source of rasa, vaisa, Upanishad, that ultimate reality is the source of all joy. Rasa means bliss, joy. That is why we feel attracted. Outwardly we feel it is a kind of only outward love for beauty, love for some other things. It is sensual. It is actually not. It is outwardly, it is that. But the real thing behind it is that ultimate reality, which is nothing else but the bliss, joy. That is there present in everyone, everything. Unknowingly, we try to enjoy it sensually, not spiritually. But for a devotee, it becomes spiritually, mind is so uplifted that he or she becomes happy with anything and everything. No separate form, image, symbols are necessary for them when they reach that state of mind. And for the devotees, when the devotee has reached this point, he is no more impelled to ask whether God can be demonstrated. God is omnipotent. Yesterday somebody was questioning something, why God has done this, why there is suffering. When you have the supreme devotion for God, you don't question anything. When Sri Ramakrishna gave the example of when mother beats the small baby If the baby doesn't run away, if anybody else wants to beat it, it runs to its mother. But when mother itself is slapping, scolding, beating, it puts its face in the mother's lap only, because where it will go. So real devotee also does not find anything wrong in God's universe. It does not enter. In other religion, there is the magistrate gods of other forms of religion may require a good deal of proof to prove them. Oh, so many descriptions say, oh, God is merciful, God is all compassionate, God has given us food, God has created us, God has given us all senses, we are enjoying all. These are all gross descriptions about God and God's mercy, God's love. As we get joy in it, we think, oh, worldly achievements are so, I am so beautiful, it is God's grace. Oh, I am so moneyed man, I am so wealthy, I am so this, my health is so nice. Everything, yes. Behind all these things is God. But God is, my relation with God is not with only these things. My beauty, my handsomeness, my wealth, my physical diseaselessness, good health. These are things are there. But this is not the real love of God. Real love is that I know God is my own and God knows it is not that God, it is everything is His. I am His. I am her. Whatever form you think of God as mother or God as father. So, Swamiji is telling that when real devotion, that para-bhakti enters into the mind, when it is generated, it grows in our mind. We don't have any complaint. We don't want any proof whether God is there. Why yesterday in the Gospel, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar was such a great Pandit, a scholar. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar. Vidyasagar was the title given to him. Vidya means knowledge, learning. Sagar means ocean. So he was given by the Pandits and government that award, that title to him. It was conferred on him because of his extensive knowledge. Yes, great man, no doubt. But about God, not that advanced. He is telling, what is my need with that God? When Genghis Khan was killing 100,000, he butchered when he was invading India. And in Delhi itself, he did this, 100,000 prisoners. So they captured their army, his barbarian Indian army captured the innocent people. And what to do them if we allow them to go away, if they come and attack? 100,000, so kill them, butchered them. So this Nazi, this concentration camps, this modern days, and hundreds of years back, it happened in India also. So he is telling, did not God see all these things? So I don't need any such God. A kind of hatred, a kind of ill feeling for God. So Sri Ramakrishna was telling, you see, can anyone understand the divine play of God? Yes, apparently it appears according to our own thinking. We are thinking, so many people have been killed. Really? How is God? Achha, have you given birth? Are you father? Or God is the father of all? God is the mother of all. You are taking care of everyone. Now you are so conscious about everyone's welfare. When you really know, it is God Himself is suffering. God Himself is Himself or herself. God itself is creating, preserving and not destroying. It is actually absolving. It is bringing out with my finger what I will do. Who are you to ask? Finger cannot ask me which finger I will use or not use. You just be a witness. Enjoy the play, how I play. Which finger I will play for the harmonium, how I will talk, how I will this. My organs cannot question me or cannot guide me, instruct me. God is God, everything is His creation. It is not me, it is not you, it is God Himself or herself appearing in this form. It is a play, God's play. You are thinking somebody is killed. In God's world, universe, there is no God's realm, there is no killing. There is no birth, there is no death, there is no nothing. Only God is there. All the accumulation, this combination of all these things is God. Who are you to ask God and question God? Although apparently, according to our understanding, oh, I am feeling for you, I feel attracted for somebody, I feel very repulsive for another body. According to our feeling, our pain and joy also. There is a story. Somebody went for marketing, and at his home there was a fire broke. And somebody phoned, oh, where are you? Come, quick. Your baby was inside and it is burnt, it is dead. Then he was running, crying, oh, my baby is gone. Then another phone came. You see, no, it is not your baby. It is somebody else's baby. Then he is gone. And the man who was phoning that your baby has been, another body said, it is your baby. Now the man who was telling, oh, don't cry, what to do, already gone, you cannot do anything, I cannot do anything, it is an accident, it's God's will, something, trying to console. Now when the information came, that no, it is not his. You have been telling it is his, it is your child. The man who was consoling another one now starts crying himself. Oh God, it is my son. So it is very easy to give advices to others, but when it comes on your own self, you understand how difficult it is, because my attachment. I feel when I love you for any suffering, your joy is my joy. But I do not, whom I hate, I don't feel that kind of joy, that kind of suffering when that another person, I am indifferent to whom, or I am not concerned about whom. If he or she suffers or anything happens, I am not concerned. So with this little intellect, little love, little attachment, we want to teach God what God should do, what this should do. What. So Sri Ramakrishna is telling, oh, Vidyasagar said this, so that God, it is not that. Who can understand the divine play of God? And finally, who suffers? Who are you to challenge and call and question? If everything is God, God is suffering. So there is the story of the small insects. So yesterday, Medananda told that story. So Swamiji is telling that real devotee sees the presence of God that as love in everyone, and that is why he or she can love anybody and everybody, and there is no question whether God is good, God is omnipresent, God is omniscient, God is compassionate, God is loving. For many religions, they are to say so many things to prove that God is loving, God is loving. When real devotion is generated, you don't need any proof. I know my God is nothing else but love, L-O-V. About Sri Ramakrishna, somebody asked, Swamiji, what is your opinion about Sri Ramakrishna? So Vivekananda said, oh, L, he showed it through his finger, L capital, O capital, V capital, E capital. Sri Ramakrishna, if you ask me who was Sri Ramakrishna, my understanding of Sri Ramakrishna is L-O-V personified. See, so it is this words of Bhakti Yoga. It is said by some that selfishness is the only motive power in regard to all human activities. That also is love, lowered by being particularized. I do something when my family people need it. My mother loves me so much, day and night preparing food for me. But my mother is not that loving. So many people are not eating. Mother will take sleep and say, oh, that is not my responsibility. God knows. God has created, God knows that their father, mother is there. So, It is said by some that selfishness is the only motive power in regard to all human activities. That also is love lowered by being particularized. When I think of myself as comprehending the universal, there can surely be no selfishness in me. But when I, by mistake, think that I am a little something, my love becomes particularized and narrowed. I am somebody's mother, I am somebody's friend, I am someone. When I feel I am a separate entity, not I have some distinction, then it is narrowness, becomes particularized and narrowed. The mistake consists in making the sphere of love narrow and contracted. This me and mine, Sri Ramakrishna said, loving everyone is daya. And love for your near and dear ones, your biological relatives, your son, your daughter, your father, your mother, your friend, that is called maya. Maya binds you. And daya, loving others, maya means love for your own kith and kin, family members, relatives, friends, whom you think they are your dear one and near one, that binds you. Because you are not seeing God in them. You are seeing it is my son, it is my mother, it is my father, it is my husband, my wife, that is why I love. That binds you. But when you see the presence of God and love each and everyone equally, why? Because you feel the presence of God in each and everyone. That is called daya, compassion. That makes you free, that takes you towards God. Daya we should generate, not maya. Maya will bind us. We will do all our duties. Then you will be heartless. You are a mother, you want to take care of your own children. You are a father, want you do your duty. You are a husband, you want to do your duty to your wife. You are a child, you want to do your duty to your mother, father. You will do everything. But not as my father, my mother, my husband, me and mine will bind you and you will suffer. It will make you shed your tears. Do the same thing. Do your highest duty. Don't be indifferent in your duty. That is not good. Doing duty is dharma. Actually, in Indian culture, dharma is not religion. It is going to the church, going to the temple. It is some custom. Dharma means you are doing your own given, assigned responsibilities without any attachment, accepting assignment from God and seeing God whom you are serving. Work is worship. Not it is I am working for you, I love you, so I prepared a dish for you. It is not that. I am serving God in everyone, in my family members, in my father, in my mother, in others also. That equanimity, this sameness, same-sightedness, that is spiritual upliftment. That will not bind us, that will release us, that will take us towards God. And it comes only when love for God is generated there. We feel that my God is in everyone, and it becomes worship. It is no more a work. It is no more an ordinary duty, responsibility given to me and I am doing. It is laborers do so many duties. They keep your house neat and clean because they know I will get the money. But when you do, you think it is my house, I am doing it. So, this, by mistake, think that I am a little something, my love becomes particularized and narrowed. The mistake consists in making the sphere of love narrow and contracted. Oh, expansion is life and contraction is death. Mind should not be contracted. Mind must be always expanded, expanding. Expansion is life, contraction is death. I am quoting Vivekananda. All things in the universe are of divine origin and deserve to be loved. You see, why we will love everyone? This Swamiji he said in one place, this problem of all this wrongdoing, why we do something wrong? Because we think, if I can rob you, your things will be mine. I do not, if I know that you are my mother, you are my father, you are my brother, you are my own, you are in another form, you are actually me in another form, then I will not rob you. I will not have any problem. Oh, you are using that, I am happy. Father, mother become so much happy when there is cold. They give their own wrapper, their own vest, their own coat, what you call this? In India we call wind cheetah. Here we call, you call? Huh? No, this, some kind of coat, this, something, cover, this warm clothing, anything, whatever is there. You give it, you shiver, but you give it to your children, because you feel for them. So it comes automatically, you don't think. All things in the universe are of divine origin and deserve to be loved. We do it for our own near and dear ones, but a real devotee will do the same thing for each and everyone, not for one's own near and dear ones, for everyone. Because he or she is feeling the presence of God, nothing else, that divine presence, God's presence. It has, however, to be borne in mind that the love of the whole includes the love of the parts. This whole is the God of the bhaktas, and all the other gods, fathers in heaven, or rulers, or creators, and all theories and doctrines and books have no purpose and no meaning for them, seeing that they have, through their supreme love and devotion, risen above those things altogether. I don't anymore I need any book to inspire my love. Because I am seeing, when Sri Ramakrishna says, when you are asking somebody how is he, how he looks like or she looks like, you are questioning, so long you do not get him or her. But when he or she is present, he has come, do you ask somebody how is she, how is he, where is he? He is here. You have no doubt at all. Completely vanished. You know that God, your beloved, is here, present in everything and everyone. You do not have any doubt. You don't need any book to read to inspire you, to encourage you. You don't need anybody's help. You don't need any other proof. You don't need any other source of inspiration, because you have already got this. This whole is the God of bhaktas. And the parts, all the other gods and goddesses and the fathers and fathers in heaven or rulers or creators, and all theories and doctrines and books have no purpose and no meaning for them, seeing that they have, through their supreme love and devotion, risen above those things altogether. In the beginning, in the schools, when we go as toddlers, we learn first A, B, C, D. So many days we give our time and energy only to learn alphabets. But when you have already mastered, you don't bother for this. What is your alphabet? Where is your alphabet book? You don't need it. You don't pay any attention to your alphabet books. Oh, I have to begin my day with the alphabets, with my letters and other things. So you feel I am rising above all these things, small, not seeing God, presence of God in everything and everyone. You understand, you feel when your doubt is gone, you don't need to ask any question to anybody. You feel that I have already known. I have got it. Swami Vivekananda said, Sri Ramakrishna gave us the religion, this dharma, this realization, as something palpable, concrete, koralamukavat, a fruit in your hand. You don't need to ask somebody, I said, do I have a fruit in my hand? You won't ask, because you know, it is in my hand. I know, I am feeling. I am possessing it. All. Vidyate. Chindante sarvas samshaya. All the doubts are gone. Vidyate hridaya granthi chindante sarva samshaya. All these doubts are gone. And all attachment and anything, feeling, all are gone. I feel my presence in everyone, that in Brahman's presence, Atman's presence in me, and Atman's presence in everyone, everywhere. Omnipresence, you won't ask, is God omnipresent? Is God seeing we are doing these things? Is God omnipotent? Can God? So many questions come. God will do that or God will do that. If we do, do yourself japa, meditation, prayer, you do. I will not do anything, only will ask questions and questions, questions and questions. Whole life I am asking questions, but not practicing. Whole life I am asking, how is A, B, C, D? Will you teach me? A is the first letter or B is the first letter? I am asking whole life to every acharyas, to every gurus. But if I myself master it A to Z, I don't need any question. Because what is my question? I know all. How is A, how is B, how to write it, how to pronounce it, how to use it. I know it. I understand, wastage of time. Life is short. Swamiji is writing a letter to the Prince of Mysore, who was a disciple of Swamiji, that, my dear, this life is short and vanities of the world are transient. They alone live who live for others. The rest are more dead than alive. You are a prince, you are a king. You have enough to do good for your people. Do that. Anytime you will die. After that, even though you have good desires, good intentions to do good to others, you cannot do. I do not know that tomorrow I will be here. I do not know that tomorrow I can help you. If I have thought that I will do this good work, good people, God-loving people, they do it immediately. And I will do it 1 year afterwards. I want to donate something for the poor people, I will give it next year. Why next year? You have your... Do you know that up to next year, till next year you will be alive? Or you are alive, your position, your wealth is forfeited, gone, robbed, something wrong is there. Your mind is still good after 1 year, but you don't have that wealth which you wanted to give. If you think that God is there, God should be loved. Oh, I will do my japa meditation tomorrow, I will love God tomorrow, I will start my spiritual practices tomorrow, day after tomorrow, after 1 month. All the enjoyment, because I like to go to visit some places, this place, that place, Griffith Center, Laguna Beach, that peak, walking on the ice. Immediately, tomorrow, tickets are booked. But for pilgrimage, for seeing my old mother and father, we can defer it, we will go afterwards, when there will be no other problem. As if now there is no problem, because I like to enjoy that. Walking on the ice, snowfall, I like to see, swimming in the ocean, I like to visit that island. My mind is there. So I like to enjoy all these things. I will do other things also when I will feel that, all that I will also equally I will feel that attraction to do that. So our mind is not narrowed, attached to particularly anything for himself or herself mind. They feel the presence of the real bhaktas, God. The whole is the God of bhaktas, and all other gods, fathers in heaven, rulers or creators, and all other theories and doctrines and books have no purpose or meaning for them, seeing that they have risen above these things altogether. When the heart is purified and cleansed and filled to the brim with the divine nectar of love, all other ideas of God become simply puerile. It doesn't have any value. It is meaningless and are rejected as being inadequate or unworthy. Why I will do all these things? Worthless works, wasting time. Do we play with the toys anymore? Any adult will play with toys and dolls and behave like small babies and others they do. We used to do the toddlers when we could not walk properly. Will we practice all those things? We will not. We have got that maturity. That those are of no value now. Higher ideal is there. Let me be absorbed in the meditation of God, in the thought of God, in the thought of good thoughts, thinking good for others. Sarve sukhino santu, sarve. Overnight I cannot pray that. Swamiji quoted this mantra, Srinantu Vishya Amritasya Putra, his sisters and brothers of America. It was possible for Vivekananda only. Now others said, oh, friends, all just formalities. Oh, friends, oh, how are you? Thank you, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Something we say, so many things, is all formalities, not from the heart. If I don't say that, a table manner, I have to maintain that, otherwise other people always doing to make other people happy, pleased. They will think, oh, no, I will not talk now, I will not. You don't do the same thing in your family, in presence of your mother and father, your own sister, brother, husband, wife, who you feel your own. So, this behavior of these people who have this para-bhakti completely becomes changed. All other, these kind of formalities, books reading, this reading, that reading, meditation, sitting, everything gradually. Because I sit or not sit, I am thinking God only, I am seeing God only. I don't need. Why we eat? We feel I am hungry. When I feel that I don't have any hunger, we don't eat. We don't go to the dining room. We don't go to any place. We do when we feel that I need that. Their need is gone. Their life is fulfilled, contented. So Swamiji is telling, every other things becomes, they are rejected as being inadequate and unworthy. Only worthy thing is thought of God, thinking of God, enjoying the presence of God in everyone, in everything, within and without. Such is indeed the power of para-bhakti. That is the power of bhakti. When that supreme devotion, love for God is generated in your mind, then it has that force that you overcome everything. You are not bound by anything. You are not attached to anything. You don't have any feeling for emptiness, any desire, anything you don't think that you need. Indeed, the power of that para-bhakti or supreme love. And the perfected bhakta no more goes to see God in temples and churches. He knows no place where he will not be where he will not find him. He finds him in the temple as well as out of the temple. He finds him in the saint's saintliness as well as in the wicked man's wickedness. Holy Mother is telling my child, I am the mother of all. I am the mother of virtuous, as I am the mother of the wicked. My Sharat, the Brahmogani son, all renouncing monk, Sri Ramakrishna's disciple, Brahmogani, a knower of Brahman, is telling my Sharat, and that Amjad, that man who has several times been in jail and beaten and punished by the police, and beaten by the people, and still he sometimes caught red-handed while stealing or robbing. Amjad, he is also my son. I am equal. My Sharat, the saint, and the sinner, both are my child. I am mother of all. Is it so easy to speak publicly? Even one's own biological mother-father do not express their identity, their relation with any son or daughter has done anything, criminal activities or victimized or punished in the society. They always try to show that we don't have any connection with him or her, own son or daughter. And here Holy Mother Sharada Devi never gave birth to anybody, but telling, this my saint son and the sinner son, both are my own son. I am mother of all. They both are equal to me. That is why Sharadanandji composed, Swami Sharadanandji composed a wonderful song. Rango dekhe rango moi rabak hoyechi, ami kandibo ki hashibo tai boshe bhabtechi, rango dekhe rango moi rabak hoyechi. I translate. Swami Sharadanandji wrote about Holy Mother. The 24 hours I am with her. He was caretaker. He was telling I am mother's gateman in Bagbazar, mother's house. But I do not understand her divine play. Living with her, 24 hours, keeping an eye, seeing, still I do not know who she is, that divine mother present in this body. You see, so frankly composing through this composition on poem, song, he has expressed his own feeling that that Holy Mother, Divine Mother, cannot be known without her grace. With our limited, finite, polluted ideas and thoughts and mind and intelligence, it is so poor. We try to evaluate God, we try to teach God, we try to preach what should be, what should not be. When Swami Vivekananda was young Narendranath, challenging Master Sri Ramakrishna, one day is telling, had I been put in the position of God, I could have created a better world. So much suffering, this, that. Like a young man, pure mind, he was telling. There's so much suffering, so many things are here and there. Sri Ramakrishna says, can you understand what God's will is? Can 1 liter container contain 5 liters? With your limited brain and polluted, this little bit is there. Whole body cannot think of, intelligence is only there. A little bit, that grey substance, 150 grams maximum perhaps, 100 to 150 grams. That is responsible for our all kind of thinking, imagination, creativity, all these things, brain, substance. With that, we want to understand the creator of the billions and billions of this kind of solar systems, stellar systems. This solar system is a poo. This. It is a dot, perhaps even not that, in this whole universe. Why God has done this way? Can we understand? Swamiji challenged Narendranath when, after his passing away of his father, Master, you tell your Divine Mother is Mangalmayi, all auspicious. In the Chandi we chant, Sarva Mangala Mangalle Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharannetrambake Gaurina. You are the auspiciousness of all auspiciousness. You are the good of all good. So, that mother, Divine Mother, what good is that my mother is now? Young Naren was asking Ramakrishna, if your mother, Divine Mother, is all auspiciousness, all good, all mercy, then what my mother, his own biological mother, Bhuvaneshwari Devi, has done wrong? She's a pious lady, I know from the very beginning of my life. She's so religious, pious, always following the path of righteousness, dharma, doing puja, harati, this, that, doing always good things to everyone. Never selfishness, I found, and that lady is suffering. Suddenly she has become a widow. Why? What kind of justice your mother has? So, Sri Ramakrishna said, can you understand everything? Why? Why my mother? What wrong I have done that suddenly I have become an orphan? My father passed away, heart attack, at night. Naren was not at home. He was with his friends in a garden house in Baranagar, enjoying that night. They were singing bhajan, kirtan, all this. And then suddenly somebody came, sent, yes, your father has suddenly, immediately came, just a couple of miles away from their house. Baranagar, it was on, say, 3 miles, 3-4 miles. He came back at night, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock at night. Come back, father is... So what wrong I have done? What good has it done to me? Your mother is all merciful. Can everything. This was Naren. When he was Naren, not Vivekananda. But when he was a transformed one, a Parabhakta, supreme devotion has grown in his mind. At the end of anybody coming for any instruction, oh, mother knows, go to mother. I do not know, don't ask me. My play is done. Whatever let thy will be done. Now, whatever mother wishes, I will not plan anything. Till now he was thinking I can do. Yesterday somebody, is there any free will? Can we think? Yes, so long you think that, oh, there is nature's call, you feel, no, I cannot remain in this way. I have to go to answer it. When you feel hungry, oh, I have to go to the dining room. When you feel that I am thirsty, automatically you go and you take a glass of water to quench your thirst. You don't ask whether there is free will or not will. Only when God realization, oh, I can do any job of meditation, can I purify myself, can I become a better one? Then only all the excuses come. It is not that, it is hypocrisy. So long you have body consciousness and you are doing many things to be happy, to console yourself, to satisfy yourself, then this also you have to do. Regularly, japa, meditation, reading, this, that, good work, doing good to others, helping others, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, yes, everything you do. Because you have your body consciousness, that certain things I can do myself. If food is there, do you say, if God's will is there, it will be gulped in. I am not chewing. I am so dependent. This can be said only those people who are completely dependent on God and God alone. They can say there is no free will. The leaf, Sri Ramakrishna could say, even the leaf of a tree moves only through God's will. You cannot even move one leaf. Everything God's will. But when our selfish interest is there, we are telling, doing, walking, talking, gossiping, I love you, I will spend hours talking with you. I don't need any God's will, or I have free will or not will, because I love you, because I love to talk to you. Only when spiritual, uplifting, spiritual practices, austerities question is coming, then I will tell, without God's will, can we do anything? God is responsible for everything. All the bad things I have done, God is responsible. All the good things, that's good. Yes, I have done that. I have done this, I have done this. All the achievements, it is me and mine and I. Then there is no God's will necessary. But anything bad, Sri Ramakrishna gave a wonderful story. In the Indra, he killed one cow. All this, man, sir, who made this temple? Oh, I. Who worshipped this? I. Who made this garden so beautiful? All the fragrant flowers are there all over here. Oh, I. Some bad smell coming. Oh, it is nothing. No, what is there? No, one cow is killed. Oh, who killed the cow? Indra. Because he killed, but we believe, Hindus believe that hands God is Indra. Then he is blaming Indra has done this. Killing is Indra's. All the good things, oh, I did, yes. Oh, you did it all. This is hypocrisy. In spiritual life, there is no hypocrisy. Real devotees don't claim anything for their own. They depend on God and God. So, we have come to the close. He finds him in the temple as well as out of the temple. He finds him in the saint's saintliness as well as in the wicked man's wickedness, because he has him, capital H, already seated in glory in his own heart as the one almighty, inextinguishable light of love, which is ever shining and externally present. In the Gita, in Jnana Yoga, 2nd chapter, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, you see the supreme devotion and supreme knowledge. There is no difference. Sri Krishna is telling, Sarvabhutastamatmanam sarvabhutani cha atmani ikshata yoga yukta atma sarvatra samadarshana. When that Brahma Gyan comes, that highest knowledge dawns in your mind or anybody's mind, he or she finds that everyone outside, I am present in everyone and everyone is present in me. There is no separateness. There is no separation. Oneness everywhere. That is equanimity of the feeling. Eyes, look, it comes everywhere. No differentiation. That is why Swami Vivekananda could say, sisters and brothers of America. Suddenly a new man came yesterday, only previous day his name was entered. Nobody he knew there, but telling from the heart. And 7,000 people standing on their heels and offering their ovation. This clapping and clapping. Swamiji could not speak. In those days there was no mic system, public address system. So he had to wait for a couple of minutes to come down. The feeling of the audience. And the audience also felt that yes, we are all one with. There is no Christian, Hindu, Muslim, Buddha, Christian, man, woman, religious, saint, sinner. No, we are all sisters and brothers. That feeling that dawned in everyone. When a saint of the stature of Swami Vivekananda calls this, gives this clarion call, everyone feels in that way. In one meeting, Swamiji was speaking of Atman, Atman, Atman. You are Atman, you are Atman, you are all Atman, you are God, you are divine. One lady was saying, Swamiji, it is sacrilege. We are sinners, we cannot become God. How can we become divine? We are sinners. Then Swamiji said, stopped, he paused a little, lecturing, and said, ma'am, please sit down. Oh, Swamiji, you are hypnotizing us. Swamiji, it cannot be. Swamiji said, mother, please, ma'am, please, sit down. You are already hypnotized. I am trying to de-hypnotize you, giving the truth. Did Swami Vivekananda say anything wrong, sisters and brothers of America? Did he do it to show? Where was it just dry words? It was his feeling. He feels, I worship that God whom you call man by mistake, telling his own disciple, I worship that God whom you call man by mistake. You are seeing man, it is your mistake. But I am seeing God, that is why I am worshipping. They are my object of worship. I don't believe in any other separate God. My God, the wicked, my God, the sinner, my God, the ailing people, my God, the poor, my God, the robber, my God, the all this. Sinner, saint, everyone is the embodiment of that God. So he sees, and I complete, this is the last line, because he has him already seated in the glory of his own heart as the one almighty inextinguishable light of love, seeing God as inextinguishable love, ever blazing, ever bright, nothing can extinguish, nothing can put it off. It is there, blazing, burning, that light of love, which is ever shining and eternally present in my heart and in everyone. That is the condition of the supreme devotee, when that para-bhakti is generated in the mind of the devotee. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu. We stop here. Any question? We will continue with the Bhakti Yoga. Today's 2nd, 9th also is Bhakti Yoga is there. Any question? Thank you. Paulji, anything? We have 5 minutes.
The thought goes through the mind about Parabhakti. And the devotee thinks about spiritual practice, the devotee thinks about yearning, the devotee thinks about working, the devotee thinks about striving. And yet it seems that true bhakti arises through the grace of God.
It seems that
true bhakti seems that true bhakti is a question of transmission, or through the grace of God, and our work seems to be inadequate. It seems we need the grace of the Guru.
No.
Is that, or both?
There is Master said, yes, good question. Master said, Guru Krishna Vaishnav tiner daya holo, eker daya bineche jeev chhare khare gelo. Master is telling your mind is your Guru. Gradually you will understand that you don't need any separate Guru. How long your Guru will be there? Guru says Sri Ramakrishna is our Guru. We consider our Guru as Sri Ramakrishna. Other Gurus who has given me the formal initiation mantra, he is Sri Ramakrishna appearing through him only to give me that mantra. That guidance is there. Sri Ramakrishna is the model. And Sri Ramakrishna is telling all is within you. I have given. You have to, I have kept the food ready. You sit and eat. Eating we have to do. We don't need to depend on God. This we can do. We can laugh. We can shed a drop of tear for him or for mother, whoever you love, your chosen deity. It is there. We are shedding so much tear for so many things. Do we depend on God when I am broken heart of hearing something wrong in my family? Just whether I should go or not go, should I take? No. I love. Do I need anybody's help when I love my nearest and dearest ones? Outwardly. We do it because we get joy. So now scriptures and gurus are telling, yes, you love everyone, but they are transitory. They are not permanent object of love. Only one permanent object of love is there. Its name is God. And your son and daughter and husband and wife and friends and other things are also nothing separate. Love that, shed tears as God for your son, for your daughter. Don't love that son, daughter, husband, wife as husband, wife, son, daughter. Love them as verily the representation of embodiment of God, that God. And only permanent object of love is God. Only other things you love, tomorrow you will lose it. You cannot. It will be separated. It is, but God will never be separated because you are God. You are from God, you are with God, you are in God, and God is in you. Guru's help we have already got. Is not it miracle? Is not it already help? That we are discussing here, not going to the movie house and here and there talking something divine? Is it less grace? Is it less blessings? Is it of no value? Out of 8 billion people, how many are sitting in the evening for japa, meditation, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, some spiritual divine, talking about divine? 7.999999 billion people are going to here and there, sleeping, drinking, movie, this, that, either sleeping, eating, drinking, or enjoying in a different way, in the sensual level. We are trying to enjoy that ultimate reality in the spiritual level. Is it a less compassion, grace? Grace is there. And that we have the discrimination. It is good, it is bad. There is a God. We should love, and we have come from God. God is our real mother, father. This is also has come from God. What more is necessary? Only a little bit prayer. Oh, Sri Ramakrishna himself is telling, I do not have devotion, my mother. I do not have knowledge. You help me. Hanumanji is telling, oh Ramchandraji, see that I don't take any wrong step. What is wrong? You pray. If Hanumanji can pray, such a devotee and man of and a person of knowledge, if Sri Ramakrishna, a person of knowledge and devotion, supreme God incarnate, if they can pray, why we not? And they are also praying for the grace. We are also praying for the grace. Nothing wrong. And we will pray. That's a simple thing. And that is grace that we are praying. That we love God. And always ever vigilant that we are not deviating from the path. We are not getting attracted more to the worldly things, not to the Creator. Yesterday's gospel was telling, oh, Keshav and others, you praise the creation so much, it is so beautiful. Why don't you love so much the Creator? If the creation is so beautiful, so attractive, how much the Creator, how much, many more times, million times more attractive, beautiful the Creator himself or herself. Why don't you love that? Why don't you praise that? So, it is just, we are all blessed. Have that feeling of that blessedness. Jai Ma.